A very good morning to Nosipho. Thank you. What is the situation like on the ground this morning?
Good morning, Shante. I am here at Zonkizizwe Secondary School in Kathlehong, where the situation has been calm from the moment we arrived. We arrived here about an hour ago, and students as well as teachers were gathered outside the school following the shutdown and the closure of the gates. The students and the teachers were prohibited from entering the school gates. The students and the teachers were prohibited from entering the school gates until about an hour ago, where they went in, and some of the students are now writing their exams, which were resuming today. But to speak to me more about the shutdown as well as why it is taking place, I have here the Youth Sector HOD, Thabiso Letwala, who is the Youth Sector HOD for Ward 62. Thank you so much for speaking to us, Thabiso. So could you please tell me, from 2017 until now, what has happened? Just fill me in on what has happened.
Okay, basically from 2017 we had a challenge with the principal who decided to throw away the scripts of the grade 12 learners for 2017, and then we've been following up with that case to date. Therefore, in the process of the department doing their internal process together with the principal, she was subjected to a disciplinary hearing, and then in that disciplinary hearing she pleaded guilty, and then after pleading guilty she was given a sanction of 3 months without 3 months suspension without pay. And then after that 3 months, she then challenged the process through arbitration. So we are told that she won the arbitration process. Therefore, she wanted to come back to the school, and those learners from 2017, their issue is still not yet resolved, because as and when we speak, we were told, as a matter of fact, through the meetings that we had with the department, to say their case is going to be escalated up until to Melusi, because at the end of the day they must be resulted. Because what brought this about, it was their statements coming back and saying their results were not complete, whereas they knew for a fact that they have written. And then to support their claims, they had attendance registered, which then stated that for the principal to say they did not write on that day, they actually did write, which led to her pleading guilty on the disciplinary hearing. But funny enough, after the disciplinary hearing, she now challenges the decision, and she has actually won. And why sometimes we feel that the department has failed us, it was that during the process, one of the demands of which were made by the learners together with the parents was that even if you complete the process that you have undergone as a department, we don't want her back to the school. So now we've just heard that she wanted to come back to the school. As a matter of fact, the administrative principal on Friday packed his staff and left, stating that no, the principal is coming back, which then triggered the shutdown today. That's what happened.
What are some of the reasons that she came up with in terms of the problems and the reasons behind what she was doing, from what you know or what you have heard in 2017? What were some of the reasons? Why is this issue happening in the first place? Okay,
the issue in the first place started with some of the learners being progressed learners. There were about 83 progressed learners. Therefore, according to the department, as a principal, she was supposed to assess whatever that they were doing. Therefore, it was well within her powers to assess whether they have actually improved, and that by the end of 2017, because they were progressed from 2016, whether they were going to write or not. And then, due to miscommunication between herself and the parents and the learners themselves, she then felt that because learners now wanted to write, whereas she felt that they could not write. But eventually they ended up writing. Therefore, she was supposed to submit whatever they have written, so that because they wanted to know that whether they have failed or not. But she acted in what we feel that it was criminal, because even the department said that she did not have a right to throw away the scripts. She was supposed to say, I, as a principal, felt that these learners could not write. But because they insisted on writing, hence probably the results of the school would be affected. But because for some reason she wanted to keep the results of the school up, because we have known for a fact that this school is the best performing school. At some point we got 95% pass rate. So in her wanting to keep that, we feel that that's what led to her throwing away the scripts. And then it started the engagement with the department to say, because you have thrown away the script, how do we then assist these learners going forward?
So how long do you anticipate that this protest will go on for? As I'd already mentioned, that learning has not been disrupted. The students have been allowed in to write the exams, which have started today. How long do you anticipate that this will go on for?
Okay, I think firstly I need to state the fact that we are against the disruption of learning. Hence, we have allowed the exams to actually resume, because this is basically the first day whereby exams are going to be written. However, together with the community, we are saying she must not come back. Therefore, as to when this is going to, as to how long this process is going to take, I cannot tell, but as long as she insists on coming back here, we are going to make sure that we stop her. And stopping her, unfortunately, means that our learners will be affected. Therefore, we want her to get the message that we don't want her back here. We have heard that she went on and won the case through the arbitration process, but coming back here, it's dividing the school. The principal, the staff is divided, the parents are divided. Therefore, having here simply divides the school. Therefore, we can't have her here. Yes.
Thank you very much for speaking to me.
Okay,
that was Thabiso Letsoela, who is the Ward 62 Youth Sector HOD. He had already mentioned that the department did listen to their grievances back in 2017, and she was suspended for about 3 months, and now she has returned, which has angered a lot of the community members as well as some of the learners here at the school. I will be trying to speak to some of the student governing body members of the school, as well as some of the members of the Department of Education, just to get a comment from them a bit later on. But for now, here on the ground, it's back to you in studio.
Thank you very much, Nosipho Mncube, for SABC News on the ground. Just before we take a short break, of course, today we're actually asking you our question of the day. The PSL has officially come to an end. What for you stood out this season?